Hey everybody, this is Nick Hoover.
And this is Mark Hoover from We Climb, You Climb.
Welcome everybody. Listen, this week we both found ourselves swamped with work, trying to find our way through this new format of working from home, trying to find a balance between home life and work life, and really in the same space and time, completing those in the same space and time. So honestly, I got completely overwhelmed by midweek. I needed to change, and I reminded myself of the message from John Gordon: when you leave a void, negativity will fill it. So instead, you have to fill the void with positivity, and you need to do that proactively. Positivity doesn't just fill a void. You have to find ways to do it. So this week, we wanted to share some of our favorite books around the topics of positivity, motivation, and inspiration. So I'm going to share a few books that probably fall under the category of inspiration. Our first book here is from Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. He is a Holocaust survivor, and this is a little bit of his story. Just truly inspirational. Another book during World War II as well is one called Unbroken by Laura Hillenbrand. They turned this into a movie, but it's about a plane crash during World War II, and just the survival of the people on board was incredible. An amazing book called In Harm's Way by Doug Stanton. Also World War II, The Sinking of the USS Indianapolis. This was a book that I read, and then I told my brother and my dad about it, and they both quickly picked it up. Amazing book. We absolutely loved having those discussions. And the third inspirational book is a new one, Becoming by Michelle Obama. And my daughter just started to read this, and it's a great book. It's a long one, but it's a really good one. So, Mark, why don't you share some of the books you have?
Awesome. Thanks for sharing those, Nick. So I'm going to mention 4 books. They're all digital reads, so I do a lot of Kindle reading. So I'll be sure to share these books and also the ones that Nick mentioned below in the comments. So the first book, absolutely awesome, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Amazing story about his life, how he's overcome so much to become an ultra athlete, and he's a retired Navy SEAL. It's awesome. Resilience by Eric Greitens. A really good book about his life as a humanitarian and as a Navy SEAL officer, and it gives you a good perspective on life. It's great read. Another one, Living with No Excuses by Noah Galloway. Noah is a combat veteran. He was wounded in combat. He lost 2 limbs. Truly inspirational story about how he was able to overcome that, and how he's done so much in his life now. He was actually on Dancing with the Stars, so pretty awesome. And then the final one is Mindset by Carol Dweck. Just really, it's all about growth mindset, becoming better. And it all starts with mindset. So I'll turn it back over to you, Nick.
Yeah, that's great. We both read David Goggins, and it's one of our favorites. He's not for the faint of heart, but he is truly inspirational and motivational. So I'm going to talk now about positivity. A few books here. You can't talk about positivity without one of the gurus, Ken Blanchard. This is Gung Ho. This is a book that Mark and I read, as well as our dad. And he's written many others like Well Done and Raving Fans and so many other good ones, but that's a great one. One that's really more about the personal journey through tough times. This one is called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. Really helps you dig deep in these times, know about yourself, learn about yourself. Next up is called Resilient by Dr. Rick Hanson. It's how to grow an unshakable core of calm, strength, and happiness. And I would say that is certainly something that we should all be working on right now. I want to talk about 2 more authors real quick. One of them is one of my all-time favorites. I've been reading him for quite some time now, John Gordon. My all-time favorite John Gordon book is called The Energy Bus. 10 Rules to Fuel Your Life, Work, and Team with Positive Energy. Just a great story. I've read it myself several times over. Another one that's a great one from him, The Power of Positive Leadership. One of the best things about John Gordon is his books are very short. They can be read in less than 2 hours. Many of his books are about an hour or less. So if you're looking for a quick read, John Gordon. Last one up I want to talk about is a newer author to me, about positivity, but he's really good. I love listening to some of the stuff he's on podcasts and stuff. His name is Sean Achor. The book I read recently was called Before Happiness: The 5 Hidden Keys to Achieving Success, Spreading Happiness, and Sustaining Positive Change. And this week, I am starting another one of his books called The Happiness Advantage. And it's about how a positive brain fuels success in work and life. So lots of different options there for positivity. Mark, why don't you take it?
Awesome. Thanks for sharing those, Nick. So I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to talk about maintaining. This is a unique, kind of a crazy time for all of us. We're experiencing new things. And there's a lot of negativity out there about what's going on. So we have to maintain, because life is going to get back to normal and we're going to get back to doing our normal things. So if we allow negativity into our lives, it will allow us to chip away and we will not be ready when we get back. We must maintain readiness. So how do we do that? Continue to learn, read, challenge yourself, use the time wisely. So I'm going to challenge everybody right now to read more, do more, spend more time with your family. This way, when we do go back, you're actually better than when you left. So I challenge you, do it. I'm going to do it. Nick's going to do it. Again, in the comments below, we're going to list all these books so that you can go ahead and take a look at them. And that's all I got.
Yeah, I love the challenge of getting through a tough time and coming out on the other end a better person. So I'm constantly reading and listening to books. So I plan on doing that. I know you are too, Mark, and that's a great challenge. So that's all we got. So as Mark likes to say, get after it. See you guys.
Get after it. I'm out.